This is Ezekiel 4:13. It says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. I like to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to all you brothers out there pushing this word in love, truth, sincerity, and humility. Once again, it's the brother Shati from the Chicago camp coming back to you with what I hope is another quick and edifying sit down. And this is true, okay? The children of Israel are definitely eating their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, particularly in this place called America, or what the Bible calls Babylon the Great. All right, I found this TikTok video that's showing you how messed up our food is, okay? And the fact that they, meaning the FDA, allows things that are not fit for human consumption to be sold here and put in food in America, when in countries like China and Europe, they're not allowed. So we're going to let this video play and then we'll get some more scripture.
Series of stories that we are doing this week on how U.S. food regulations have left American consumers exposed to chemicals and additives that have been banned in other countries.
Potassium bromate is a suspected carcinogen that's banned for human consumption in Europe as well as China and India, but legal in the U.S., where it's used by some food makers to strengthen dough and estimated to be present in over 100 products.
There is evidence that it may be toxic to human consumers, that it may even either initiate or promote the development of tumours.
Professor Eric Millstone is an expert on food additives and told us European countries take a much more cautious approach to food safety.
Can we say for sure that these differences in regulations mean that people in the US have developed cancers that they would not have developed if they'd been eating only in Europe?
I think that is almost certainly the conclusion that we could reach.
It's not just potassium bromate, but many other chemicals and substances that are banned here in Europe over health concerns, but considered safe by the FDA.
Do you think most Americans are aware that they're being exposed to substances that are viewed as dangerous over here?
They probably just think, well, if it's available and it's in the store, then it's probably fine.
Is food safety a part of that decision?
For sure, yeah. How am I going to protect my children when it's just everywhere?
I really want to make this point. If you came down, as an alien to Earth, to the United States, and saw what was going on, 80% of adults obese or overweight, metabolic dysfunction, 8 of the 10 top killers tied to food, just getting away from our evolution, right? You'd have a clear policy recommendation. Let's really focus on food. Let's focus on teaching kids how to exercise, how to meditate, to get a control of their mind, how to eat healthy. That would obviously, anyone 100% of the time would say that's the policy recommendation. That's not what we do. We wait for everyone to get sick and then drug them, and it's much more expensive. In the United States, and this is an important point going back to Ozempic, the obesity drug, because the system's so rigged, because pharma spends 3 times more than any other industry on lobbying, the United States is not even able to negotiate the drug price, even though they're the largest payer. So Ozempic, prices don't go down when volume goes up. Prices are going up in healthcare and quality is getting worse. So Ozempic is $2,500 a year. It's not going down. There's a full court press for government subsidization, taxpayer funding. It literally, this sounds hyperbolic, but this is the case. If that is prescribed how it's projected, that will be trillions of dollars over the next 10 years.
Once again, Ezekiel 4:13, it says, and Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread among the Gentiles, whither I will drive them. And it's like the lady said, how do I go about protecting my children when it's everywhere? Which it is. It's literally everywhere. I'm going to get that word defiled. Let's get that word defiled. Tama.
Strong's H2931. Tameh. Tameh.
And it says unclean, impure, ethically and religiously, ritually of places. It says defiled, foul in a religious sense, defiled, infamous, polluted, unclean. So we're eating polluted food here in America. Even the stuff that the Lord gave us according to the law, that's cool to eat, even that's messed up. And they made a very good point about how this stuff is not allowed in Europe. Okay, and I've had a chance to go over to Europe. When you eat the food over there, your body, when you eat it, your body literally feels like it's being energized. Okay, a meal that you can eat over there, you will be full but not bloated. When you eat food here in America, you feel full, you feel bloated, you feel sick and tired. Okay, they mentioned that obesity is off the chain. It's like you have people over here in America who eat healthy, for lack of a better phrase, and they're just like, how is it that it's somewhat difficult for them to keep weight off? And that's because all this preservatives and God knows what else this devil is putting in the food. It's making us sick. Okay, you're supposed to eat food, and food is supposed to be nutritious for your body. It's supposed to give it energy and life. Okay, but the food we're eating here in America is doing the complete opposite. This guy has made sure that he has defiled everything. And even the scripture says that. Isaiah 24:5, it says, let me start at 4. Isaiah 24:4 says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away. Okay. Okay, the quality of food, the way things are grown, how in comparison to how they used to be, all right, it's fading away. It says, the world languisheth and fadeth away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. It says, the earth also is defiled. Remember, unclean, polluted under the inhabitants thereof. Why is that? Because we got bad Uncle Esau in charge. He is the wicked, according to Job 9:24. And we all know that with this guy, the only thing that matters is himself and money. All right. Even at the expense of his own people. That's why the scripture says, and we're going to get back to this Isaiah 24. That's not it. Yeah, all of these are pretty good, man. But I want the one in Ecclesiastes 14:3. It says, riches are not comely for a niggard, and what should an envious man do with money? Okay, this guy has the whole resources of the earth at his fingertips. And what does he decide to do? He decides to ruin everything. It's like, I'm going to ruin the air. I'm going to ruin the water. I'm going to come over to America. I'm going to ruin the food, make everybody sick. The reporter or the interviewer asked the guy, like, is it safe to say that the reason why people are having cancers and tumors and all other types of bodily afflictions and illnesses? Are all these things the cause of this defiled food that we're eating over here in America? And he said, yes. Okay, people are literally dying trying to get, man, I think I might have just thought of something pretty heavy. People are dying because of the food, and you got people in America dying because they can't get food. Man, help me make that make sense. You got people that are dying because of this food, and you got people dying because they can't get food. See, this is why the Lord said, and I think it's in Revelation 12:12, and we can end it on this. I know I said I was going to get back to that Isaiah 24, but I think the moment has passed. But nonetheless, nope, it's 11. Yep, Revelation 11:18. It says, and the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them that destroy the earth. And that's what this guy's doing. He's destroying everything in the earth, everything that the Lord made. He made in its perfection, that you didn't need to add anything. You don't have to manipulate it or alter it in any way, shape, or fashion. The Lord made it perfect for everybody to use as they see fit in a righteous manner. But see, under this devil's rule, he is completely corrupted. He is defiled. He is polluted. Every single last thing. And see, this is why the Lord got to destroy this guy. Because if he keeps having this way, manipulating food and everything else, like the scripture says, hey man, there won't be anybody left on this earth. So that's all I wanted to say on this. Hope you all were edified. Until the next time, we're going to say shalom.